I hope everybody's having a great day or evening, depending on when they're watching the video. Sorry it took so long on this, everyone. I wanted to do a quick update of the EGR valve and cooler and bypass on their Mahindra Roxor. The biggest reason why I was doing this is I was losing probably about, it would go into about halfway to a little bit less than that within 200 or 300 miles of the vehicle. And I watched a couple of videos, a lot of people saying they thought they were losing the water through the EGR cooler, and I seen a few removed that had water in it. So I removed mine, and it did have a decent amount of water, a few ounces of water into it. So it's definitely pulling that into the engine. Also, I think I've removed it at right around 600 miles. I have right around 1,700 now, so a little bit over 1,000 miles on it. And so far, I did top it off a little bit right after I did that. I'm assuming it was maybe a little bit of air in the system, but since then it stayed pretty much at level. When it cools back off, it goes back to this normal position. And also, no check engine lights. Like I said, I've got right around 1,000 or 1,100 miles on this. No check engine lights. What I did was remove the cooler. You put a cap off plate right here, and I think in my first video I noted where I got it from. And then also at the EGR valve, you just put a sandwich plate in between. It's just a flat blank off plate. So the EGR valve is not doing anything. It's not changing any aspect. Now I still kept it hooked up. Until you get a tune, I believe if you unplug that, it will throw a check engine light. But with this system, it looks like it only checks to see if it's in line, not so much if it's actually doing anything. So right now, no check engine light. The cooler's removed. I've got, like I said, right around 1,100 miles on it, no issue. Like I said, the biggest issue I had was it was losing water, and I only had around right between 500 and 600 miles on this when I removed the cooler. And like some videos said, it was the decent pieces of carbon in there, not just stuck to the walls, but just hanging out in there. So again, just like the water, it's pulling that into your engines, whatever pieces don't stick around in there. So that's pretty much the video. I just want to go over the video, let y'all know that that bypass, you do not have to remove that EGR valve necessarily get the tune done now. For me, I wanted to figure out my tires, my rear end gearing, and a few other things before I do a tune, and do a few other things to figure out before I do. I don't want to do multiple tunes on this. So I just want to let everyone know about this. That way, if you're in my position where you don't want to go through multiple tunes, or even if you just want to remove this and just get it out of line for the issues. And I'm sure I appreciate any comments anyone wants to put in there. I'll respond to anything anyone asks me. But again, we know as far as it goes, this is something you shouldn't do. It's illegal. But like I said, this was a test thing to figure out if this was where I was losing my water at. So, but I do appreciate any comments anybody wants to put in there. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me any comments, and I'll respond back as soon as I can. I appreciate everyone watching. Thank you.